Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Blues 1975. A YouTuber on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Blues 1975.
This is Space Harrier on the ZX Spectrum, released by Elite in 1986, obviously based on the Sega Superscaler of the same name, released in 1985, that just turned the arcade industry on its head and basically established Sega as like boundary pushers. You know, they were the tits of arcade companies. I played at an arcade I was talking about in Westwood Ho, and I played the full sit-down articulated cabinet. Fantastic graphics, fantastic sound, fantastic setting. Yes, one of the greatest arcade machines of all time, an on-rail scalar shooter where you play Harrier, freeing the fantasy zone from a combination of tech and, well, dinosaurs and shit. Released on the Spectrum, Amstrad and Commodore in 1986, it was Elite's big Christmas game. No one had attempted a scalar at this point, I believe, with the exception of Buck Rogers, which you could argue is not in the same league as Space Harrier, so therefore porting it to the Spectrum should have been a doddle. That was US Gold and it was still shit. But this was Elite's big Christmas game, and the thing about Elite was they had form. They had Commando, they had Bomb Jack. Pause. Alright, why didn't you work? They knocked out of the park, and the Spectrum version did, and it was generally considered that way by magazines. The Amstrad version was weird vectors. I have a gameplay of it. The Commodore version, both of them, the UK one and the American one, where he came back to finish off what he couldn't do under the time constraint originally with Elite. Yeah, it's also shit. Now, bearing in mind, this is a 48k game trying to do a superscaler that hadn't been attempted on the Spectrum at this point. They would set the template to some degree for these things, and it's better than the god-awful sequel by Grandstand Entertainment. But yeah, so let's get into it. S-Star game. Now, I can't remember what the cheat is, but there was a cheat when I was a kid, and if anyone can remember it, stage 1 Moot Lives, bottom right hand corner, Keith. Forget his full name, but he was a legend. He did other stuff, is what I'm saying. But yeah, there was a cheat you could put in, and it wasn't a multi-face cheat, but you could bang it in, and then you'd have infinite lives. And I used to play it. We used to take this Spectrum in case it rained. See, fucking typical, innit? I've played this once before and it crashed, and I pissed through the first 2 stages. Probably because I wasn't talking as much. But yeah, you could put it in infinite lives, and I just used to, even though I had access to the arcade machine, granted that would involve money, just rinse and repeat it on the Spectrum, and all the stages are in it, and all the bonus stages, and all the bosses. That's what I mean. Is forgive it for how small it looks and its wimpy sound effects. I mean, there was a 1-to-8 machine at this point, but they're making this for the masses. I'm doing awful, but this was just something else. This was absolutely something else. Alright, there is an Amiga and Atari ST versions, but I think they're shit. Yoink! I wonder if it does it. I mean, look at that! You've never seen anything like that on the Spectrum at this point. I wonder if he does take hits when he's flying away from me. Right, stage 2. Geezer! Change your colours. That's the only real way you can differentiate your levels. But, see? This is what I mean. I played it in the arcades, and I am very close to having a seizure, and I'm probably sure you are too. It's got the checkered floorboard in, by the way, which makes a big difference compared to other versions. But I played it in the arcades, and while I was shit at it, I'd watched enough other people play it to know or recognise the enemies and the obstacles of the stage and the bosses. And the fact that they included it all in it, and it loads it all into 48K. This is not a multi-load, and my right ear is itching. That's completely irrelevant because I'm going to die if I scratch it. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to say, is you got to look at this for what it achieved in 1986. I feel like I'm constantly making excuses for it, but I love this game. I just wish we had 128K sound effects. And I had a few more lives. Yoink! Right, boss. So is it the rotating Easter Island heads? That was a cheap kill. I wasn't concentrating. Oh! And they aren't short stages, mind. Fuck! Let me get to the boss. Oh, hello. Alright, that's a poor choice of colour. Not gonna lie. There he is. Yoink. Oh, my finger slipped. It's just a rock left in the middle when you blow all the heads away. Look at that. Run on the floor. You're doing great. Get ready. Stage 3. A ma. Well, I got a life back, did I? Look at this! Jellyfish, man, they really wigged me out. True story. I mean, what the fuck are they? Seriously, what the fuck are they? Anyway, sorry. Oink. Where are, or how numbered are, I should say, the bonus stages? Keith, I forget your surname, but well played. Ickle me, you made fucking my childhood. Seriously, this game was such a part of my life in the arcades in my childhood. To get to be able to play a version on the Spectrum. What even killed me then, was just mind-blowing. Have I got any, is it, do you just, why is it, does it not say no lives? It just removes Harrier in his entirety from the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Don't know, can't remember, haven't played this in years. Yes, well, there you go. That was a pretty poor gameplay of, but I had to give it a go. Space Harrier on the ZX Spectrum is not quite up there with the previous sprite scalers I've been playing, dependent upon when I make this video live. But, like I said, every level of the arcade, every boss, every bonus stage, and all in 48K of memory with no multi-loads. Seriously, this was a precursor to everyone realising that, like, let's pour some arcade machines to the Specky. Let's make some money. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this game on the Spectrum back in the day and you can remember the cheat code. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.